Hello, good evening. Welcome to another edition of the DnD show, your weekly role-playing podcast / Twitch stream. We are currently working our way through the... Hello, everybody. We are currently playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, of course. It's in the name. That might change in the future at some point, who knows? And we are, of course, playing the starter set, The Lost Mine of Phandelver. We're a bunch of beginners, just having a laugh, learning the game, and just basically experimenting and having fun every week because we're all stuck in lockdown. My name's Luke. I'm your co-host, GM, DM, what you want to call me, Lukey baby, or just Luke is fine. Tonight I am joined by... I can never remember, I always try to mix it up. I don't ever want to do the same names. I don't want anyone to think that I've got a favourite, so I don't know who I normally start with. I'm going to go with James tonight. Hello, James, sir.
Hello there, how you doing, mate?
I'm very, very well, thank you. James is playing Justice Scapes, human paladin. We've got Gavin.
Good evening.
Good evening, short and sweet.
Sorry, I've been at work today.
That's all right. Yes, presumably.
It's my first week back.
Yeah. You were saying in our chat earlier on that it's a bit of a crap day for you as well. So, but I do feel for you.
Yeah. This should be good though. This should be good.
As long as
I'll try and wake up.
That's cool. Have a coffee and stuff. Because you'll be sober tonight, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, I'm on call, so that's not good either.
Oh,
No. But next week, I was supposed to be on call next week, but I've managed to palm my call out off to one of the younger lads because he's clamoring for money, and I was like, "Yeah, you can have it,"
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, I get £100 for being on call, and I'm like, it's really not worth it,
Well, hopefully we're going to have a successful stream, but just fair warning to our viewers and that there is a possibility that Gavin might get called into work. We'll deal with that as and when that happens. We haven't discussed it.
When the bat signal goes.
It's slim.
So Gavin, of course, plays Burr Bolt Thrower, a dwarvish rogue with the subclass Swashbuckler. Then we've got Lisa. Hello. Lisa, who are you? Would you play? Millicent. Do you have a surname? Is it just Millicent?
Miravaris.
Millicent Miravaris.
Oh, wow.
No,
Wow, there's a nice fantasy name. Cool.
Yeah, it's got to alliterate if it's Burr Bolt Thrower.
Yeah, that's true. The half-elven bard. There we go. And then we've got Sean. Hello.
You're right.
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Hello. Oh, good. Yeah, not bad.
Good.
Not bad.
Sean plays Pock. Just Pock, the gnomish druid.
Well, that's his nickname.
Oh, what's his full name?
His full name is Fonking Ningle, don't they?
Fonking Ningle.
Fonkin Nimble.
Fonking Nimble.
No, Ningle.
Ningle. How did you? Was that just from a random name generator?
Well, I think when you first told me to have a look at the druid or gnome part of the book, it said typical gnome names, and they were the weirdest ones I could find, so I put them together. And then I was like, I couldn't say it, so I was like, shit, I need a nickname.
Fair enough. That works.
Do you want to tell everyone what your original character name was in the campaign we never played?
Oh yeah, I did a character before, didn't I? Vulva bag shit.
Vulva bag shit.
That sounds like Bilbo's, long.
It was
the cousin that no one talks about,
and Bilbo's character in space, Bilbo Bagshot.
Yeah.
It was a little mashup.
Cool. Excellent. So we've got people in the chat. Excellent. Always a pleasure to see. There's 11 people so far. Hello, everybody. Let's have a look through who we've got. Flack 30. Good evening. We've got somebody new, a name I don't recognise. Old Buddy 07 says, "Heyo, I was just reading The Mind." So he's reading currently the book that we're going through. Luke Carew. Hello, Luke. We've got somebody else that I don't recognise. Dragons in the Dining Room. I think they're a fellow streamer podcast. Actually, I think I talked to them on Twitter quite a lot. So thanks for joining us. Lecky Macon is here, of course, as well. He's been at work for 4 weeks here in Denmark. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, and then they talk about that. And Psych Unsent, hello Psych, good to see you. The one person that I haven't mentioned who's also in there is Fires of Athlon. I think I mentioned them briefly last week. Really, really great bunch of guys. Fires of Athlon is actually the name of their own RPG system that they have designed. It's based loosely on D&D 5e. It's where they started, and they basically stripped it apart and rebuilt it. And I've been chatting to them a lot, and they've also got their own stream. Check them out, where they're doing kind of playthroughs of the system. They do 2 shows a week. They do that in the development corner, where they then talk about it as well. Really good. It's more complicated than D&D, but it's more gritty, more realistic. So combat's much more deadly. They've got like a locational hit system. So you depending on how you roll, you could potentially one shot, you could kill someone, chop their head off. That kind of stuff does happen in that game. It's cool. I'm really, really interested in it. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of them. So brilliant that you're here with us.
It's not at all unfair that our DM has just admitted to wanting to kill us all, but that's fine.
I've had plenty of opportunities.
I'm really, really interested in this.
It's just it's very reminiscent of a game that I played when I was younger. I think we've had this conversation. A game I played when I was younger called Rollmaster, and they had a kind of module as well called MERP, which was Middle-earth role playing, where it was very, very risky. They had like a critical tables and fumble tables and stuff, and everything was, more realistic, and it brought a completely different level to combat, which it was a really cool game. And it sounds like they've taken some inspiration from that. It's interesting because 5e is all right, but it is very basic. It is for beginners. It's very easy for new people to get into because it is quite simple. But we've experienced it back when Sean, you first started playing with us. You were like, can I do this? Can I do that? And it's like, well, no, actually, you can't. No. You can't actually choose to shoot somebody in the eye or bite their dick off, because it all depends on what happens. But actually, this system,
as you allowed that.
I did, depending on, because you rolled well and you got the kid in blue. But whereas in 5e, you roll to hit and then you roll damage, and that doesn't really mean anything. You're not actually stabbing someone or actually cutting their arm off. Whereas in that system, potentially that could happen from the roll. So it's cool, exciting. How is everybody then? So Gab's filled us in. Anything interesting for any of you guys?
I put some garden furniture together yesterday.
Nice. You did another charity thing, didn't you, this week?
Oh yeah, that's probably much better news.
Yeah.
Yeah, we raised another £270 this time, favouring Mind.
Lovely.
The college students performing on this time YouTube, because Twitch is a bit difficult for their parents to navigate to. It's for young people, Twitch. As I'm told. But yeah, no, it was we were so blown away by anyone even watching it, let alone donating, that me and Claire were over the moon. And it's available on YouTube as a playback if anyone ever wants to see it. It's Take the Mic on YouTube. Take the Mic, Take the Stage. So charity live stream, loads of little talented young kids performing, 16 to 18-year-olds at the college I work at. Good fun stuff.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth checking out. Any music producers out there looking for the next Ed Sheeran or something?
Next big thing. Yeah,
next big thing. Cool. Looks like we're already having some technical difficulties. James has dropped out, which has moved people's icons around on the Twitch stream. So currently, Lisa, you're sat in James's icon. Sean, you're on Lisa's icon, and Gavin, you're on Sean's icon, and
nice.
James has disappeared.
We need to role play as each other. So
this is it.
All right, let me spark up. Hold on.
Hang on. Hopefully he'll come back, and if he does, it should sort that out. There he is. He's logging back in. Cool.
We had a socially distanced Pride on Sunday in our garden.
Lovely.
Which was nice for some of Emma's friends because they couldn't go to Pride. So it was nice. Saturday it was. So,
I've always wanted to go to Pride, and I never have. I think I've mentioned him before here. My godfather, very, very good friends of mine and the family. He is. He's he's gay, but he's in the LGBT community. He's quite big. He used to DJ at clubs like Club Fire and GAY and stuff like that. And he was he worked for Boys Magazine for a long time, and now he works in like PR and marketing or something for the Vauxhall Tavern, which is like one of the most famous LGBTQ venues in London. So he always goes, and I've always been meaning to go and go with him and show some support, but I never have. When I was younger, back when I was like 18, 19 and first going clubbing, he was like, come to Club Fire with me, and I was like,
and you're like, no,
I don't. It sounds like fun, but I just don't think.
What an opportunity.
They are the best.
I know.
nights.
I kept on saying to him, you know what, if you play some Faith No More, I'm there, but otherwise not going to happen.
I went to meet my mate Phil at a bar in Soho once, and like Phil's gay anyway, and he was like, yeah, we'll go to this little bar I know, and we went downstairs into this weird little bar, and then he sort of looked at me, he goes, those guys are really checking you out, and I was like, right, and he's like, yeah, he goes, because your outfit is like really sort of baby bear. he's like, you've got like a check shirt on, a big strappy watch, a beard. Those guys are loving it, and I was just like, fucking hell. Jeez.
I remember going to one. It was after one of the gigs that me and Lisa used to do, and the guy we used to sing for took us to this place in Soho. And I remember going in. I'd never been into a gay bar before. I did. At the end of the night, I'd had the best fucking time I'd ever had. It was brilliant. But they had the rugby on, so I was fucking made up. I think, it might have been, yeah. But they were showing the rugby. Like, no one was watching the rugby, but I was genuinely... I had a pint, I had rugby, I had Spice Girls. I was
Sounds like a good time.
It was the best night.
Yeah. I was never one... Like, when I went out, used to back in my going out days, I was never one for... I never went out to pool like so many people do. I just went out for a good time, but there was always that pressure in the back of my head. You know, what if I see someone or meet someone or someone talks to me? Because I'm a massively socially awkward person, even when I was more confident in my younger days. Like I don't think I ever once pulled anybody. Like all of my partners in life, and my wife included, have always been acquaintances and friends and stuff, because it's just easy. It's always easy. But so I did go to, there was a club in Ipswich where I live, it was called Betty's, I think. I went there once or twice, and it just completely lifted that off me, because like all of a sudden that pressure of, you know, am I here to pull was completely gone.
Are you a predator?
Yeah, like this is it. You know, people automatically assume that when you're a young and, dare I say, good looking chap, and I'm 6 I'm 6'5" as well, you know, like people just automatically assume that I don't know, I'm sound like I've got a massive ego. I was like, I don't think I've ever been hit on either, to be honest, but like I don't know why, it was just like I wasn't under that pressure, because I knew that everybody who was there was not interested in me, and therefore I could just have a good time, relax, and dance to some cheesy dance tunes, and it's actually brilliant night. So
the best nights are when you don't give a shit about stuff like that. Like me and Lisa have done some ridiculous stuff on dance floors. Like,
I think it's time to start playing, guys. I don't know.
We've got our little old lady dance that we do.
Cool.
Thank you.
This is actually brought me nice.
James is back.
Hello, James. This has actually brought me into a nice sort of segue. I wanted to do a couple of shout outs today. I don't know if this might be a regular thing that I do. I'm always going, check this out. And I thought, actually, you know what, let's actually, rather than last week at the end of the stream when I was like drunk and I was like, I was like, let's just actually take a couple of minutes at the beginning and just a couple of things that I've found in the past week that I think are worth mentioning. I'm not being paid. This is not a advertising thing. It's just cool stuff that I've found that I've enjoyed and thought I'd pass it on. So pride is something that's brought me onto something. Is I today have to speak quietly so my wife doesn't hear me upstairs. Today I just bought a load of dice because there's a really cool shop that I found through Facebook advertising thing, and they're called Valkyrie RPG. Today is the last day, so if you're going to listen to this in the podcast in 2 weeks' time, it's too late. But if you're on the stream, go to the website, because at the moment, if you use the promo code PRIDE2020, you get 20% off. And I was like, fucking sweet. And they got some fucking delicious dice on there. Yeah, really, really nice dice. So check them out. They're cool. Those of you who do follow us on Twitter and on Facebook might have noticed I made another purchase this week.
Burn it.
Well, I've been thinking a lot the past couple of weeks what we're going to do when this finishes, because we are approaching, we're probably about 2/3 of the way through now, and depending on how efficient you guys are and what happens in the next couple of weeks, we could be looking to finish this probably in another 4 or 5 weeks. It might take longer, who knows. So I was like, what are we going to do next? And I've been itching for years of playing specifically Horde of the Dragon Queen, but that's part of a bigger. There's a 2-part adventure, so it takes you from level 1 all the way up to level 15 if you complete it, and it's called Tyranny of Dragons. So I've just bought the.
We'll do that.
Yeah, I've just bought the special edition, which has got all of the errata all put into it. And it's redesigned and some love. So I've just bought that, which is really cool. Now I bought that from a local shop in town in Ipswich called Langdon Games and Ivory Goat Games. It's 2 shops in one. Check them out. Check their website out. They're pretty cool. I actually picked it up because everyone's like, support your local gaming shops. Don't go to Amazon. But you know what? Everyone's like, it's cheaper on Amazon. So that's why we do it. And that's where Bezos fucking gets his billions from. But actually, they were cheaper than Amazon. So if you're looking for their main kind of stuff, they do a lot of wargaming stuff. So like Warhammer, Bolt Action is another big kind of wargaming stuff. They do a lot of that. But they're also massive. We've got a really big community here in Ipswich apparently for Magic the Gathering. So they do all that kind of stuff. And they do I don't know if they do any other RPG stuff. If it's at the moment, if it's just D&D, I'm not sure. But they've only really been branching out in that in the past year or so. Check them out online. Again, if you're into that kind of stuff, if you want to see if you can get a good deal and support a local small business, it might not be local to you, but in the UK, it's still better than Amazon, isn't it? So, and they do ship.
I love that as a little tagline. It's like support local businesses. They may not be local to you, but they're local to someone.
They're local to someone.
So support them.
Yeah, and there's some towns. We've got viewers and listeners all around the world. Surprisingly, we've got people in like Dubai and stuff that have downloaded. But I don't know if they ship worldwide, but they certainly ship around the UK. And again, it's still better to support an independent business, run by a couple of really honest guys, than it is to give more money to fucking Jeff Bezos. And other than that, 2 more things I wanted to say. I have found another couple of podcasts that I've fallen in love with. So I was raving about Roleplay Retcon before. They're still good. Check them out. But this past week, I have caned through about 30 episodes of a group called Flash Fantasy. Flash Fantasy, the Skeleton Crew. And they play a Star Wars game. Star Wars. It's a made by Wizard of the Coast, I think, back in the early noughties when like the Phantom Menace came out. So it's a D20 based system. All set in Star Wars universe. And I just think they are brilliant. And actually, the last episode pretty much had me in tears, because it was like a proper shocking twist of an ending. It was really fucking cool. So check them out if you're looking for something to listen to that's not us. And another UK based one that they've just started. They've got 2 episodes called Dads and Dragons. So they are just doing chat. So they're not actually playing a game. It's just 2 guys from the UK somewhere, and they just basically have a love for all things geek and D&D, and they talk about their experiences. And it's really aimed at beginners. So like this week, they've just talked about, they're going through like the player's handbook and talking about all the different races. So if you're like brand new to the game and you want to get some insight to it, and explore that journey, they're only short episodes, 20-30 minutes as well. So they seem quite cool. That's my stuff done. Nice. Do you want to play some D&D?
Yeah, let's die.
Cool. All right.
So
we're in a really scary room.
You are. You need to roll a
There's no reason to die.
D20.
Oh, really?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
And so we can do a recap.
Oh, okay. What's my third one? Below rolling
7.
18.
13.
It's a 19. No, I don't want to do it.
Yay! I rolled an 18. I was doing it.
Who got it?
Well, I got a 19.
Cool. So
I'm really bad at them, though.
You're not.
I'm having a strop now.
Just
let's do it.
Just about to open a pineapple milkshake IPA, which I've had in the freezer for the past couple of hours. I'm either going to make a massive fucking mess, or I'm going to make a slush puppy. Let's see how that works.
Oh God.
That sounds vile.
Stream goes down.
At least your recap's done a little better than mine, which will be.
See if this works. Watch this. Are you ready?
I walked into a room and I broke my tooth and I forgot everything else.
Oh yeah. How's it? I can't tell.
Well,
Looks like
It's very pina colada-y.
I don't think it was in the freezer for long enough.
It's just a really cold bit.
So it's going to be really cold. Basically, there's this thing, it's actually quite icy, and there's this thing you can do with fizzy drinks where basically if you shake them up as much as you can to get all the air out, right? Don't open it, but just shake it out so it gets solid. Then stick it in the freezer for a couple of hours. If you open it and pour it, as the air goes back into the liquid, it turns to ice, and so it comes out like a slush puppy. That's really cool. But it didn't work.
Nice.
Didn't work.
It didn't work.
There's some ice in there. I just don't think I had it in the freezer. Either that or it's been sat on the side while I've been talking for too long, which is probably more likely because I do like to waffle. It tastes just like pineapple. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, when you get those funny, I hate fake flavors that don't taste like fake banana. Tastes nothing like banana.
It's horrible.
And it's vile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Call me old fashioned. I like my beer to taste like beer.
Yeah. Sean, what happens? Where are we? What's going on?
Right. I was terrible the last time I did this, going from the beginning. So I'm literally going to do the last episode.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, fair enough.
So we got tipped off from Mr. Radolph. He gave us a little cross on our map to show us where Cragmaw Castle is. We went to the outskirts after a few days' travel. Went to the outskirts of the forest, nearby where we believed it to be. I turned into, I think it was just a normal wolf, and headed in to scout around. Found a castle, had a little scout about, found a few entrances, and then went and got the team. And then we went in and we came up with the best plan. However, it took us a good hour and a half to discuss it, even though I think Burr mentioned it in the first minute.
Yeah.
He just went, "Oh, we should do this," and we went, "Oh, that's not a bad idea. How about?" And then an hour and a half later, we went, "Yeah, Burr, let's do what you said."
It was after deciding we weren't going to stand and talk about it for half an hour behind a curtain, right next to some bugbears.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so we had a few. What were they? They were special bugbears, weren't they?
They were hobgoblins, actually.
Hobgoblins, that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
them.
our sort of is it MVP, most valuable player?
Yeah.
Had to be the one, the only, the D to the R to the double OP. He turns out he's quite the actor.
Quite useful.
He burst into the room to distract these hobgoblins. Gave him some spill. Actually, no, he didn't even lie, did he? He just went, "Yeah, they're here.
Yeah,
If you want them, the guys that you were looking for are right behind this door." So out they came, and possibly, I think, the best fight we've done as a group. It was quite tactical, wasn't it? It was. We got the job done pretty easily.
It's different entrances.
Yeah,
Considering it was tight quarters, we navigated our way around it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to string this out until Luke comes back because I don't know what to say.
No, you're doing well. You're doing well. Carry on.
Pay to our strengths, and we did. It took a long time to discuss it,
but yeah, when we done it, it was great.
We'd done the right thing,
once we
and
got
then we
there.
found.
Well, done it.
Where are we now?
We listened through a door in the northeast side, and we heard.
Well, you
various
smelt through
voices.
a door, didn't you, as well?
I had a little sniff. That's right. I'm a bear now, I believe. I lose
Yeah.
track.
Because there was that bolted door, wasn't there?
Aren't you?
Oh, there is another door that we're not. Yeah, that's right. There was. What did we smell
Oh,
behind
the
that
door
one?
that was, I don't know, I smelled of death.
It was
Something
like
not-
a troll or something. We think there was a smell of some sort of troll or something.
Not a human, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of animal beast, I think it was.
That
Yeah,
was it. So we thought, nah, fuck that, and we went the other way.
yeah.
So yeah, now we've just, after being discovered, because I think there was a wolf that smelt the bear, was about to give us away. So we went in, and that is where we finished.
Kick the door.
Pretty much. I'm going to assume that was all spot on because I had to get up and then sort my dog out. But yeah, cool. So that's about it. We're in Cragmaw Castle, and we ended as you burst through the door, as you just said, and standing before you was a female dark elf, a drow with silvery white hair, a big fucking bugbear, a wolf. And I did tell you, I'm not actually sure you would have seen it from the doorway, but I did tell you that also you see on the floor an unconscious body that looks remarkably like your good friend Gundren Rockseeker. So there we go. Wanted to talk to you about, because you were talking off stream before we started, just about what the fuck it is that you're supposed to be doing. So I don't know if you just covered that or not, if you wanted to quickly go for that. So,
No.
so yeah, basically the whole point of the adventure thus far has been really to find Gundren, because he went missing. Gundren is important because he and his brothers have found this ancient secret mine, the Lost Mine of Fandelver, which was lost as part of the Fandelver's Pact, blah, 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 blah. And Sildar Hallwinter and part of the who's representing the Lords Alliance, basically saying it's really important that we find this. It's going to bring trade and riches back into the north of the Sword Coast. It's going to help with the plight in Neverwinter, and it's going to build Phandalin up. It's going to be great for everybody. It's really important, and also with this mysterious black spider who's now in the frame as well. If this is the lost mine of Phandelver, and it is capable of magic ore and making magic items like the legend says, it's going to be really fucking bad if that gets into the wrong hands. So,
I like our hands.
Yeah. So he did ask you, after you sorted all the stuff crap out in Phandalin, sorted out the red brands and everything, and then you were started to look for Reedorf and everything, all that kind of stuff. He did say to you, look, I'll make it worth your while. The goblin menace in the area is a big problem. If you can find Gundren, or even if you don't, if you find the castle and you can get rid of the goblins, is what he said, then you'll be doing like a massive kind of favour for everybody, and he'll make it worth your while. Get rid of the goblins, is what he said.
There was 500 gold to destroy the Cragmaw Tribe from someone.
That's from Sildar. Right? Yeah, there we go. You found it.
And then he gave us some money to fund the mission.
Yeah. Sildar, there you go. Sildar encourages the characters to keep up the pressure on Cragmaw goblins. He offers the party 500 gold pieces reward if they can locate Cragmaw Castle and defeat or drive off the tribe's chieftain. Is what it says in the guide. But I think I probably did say to you, get rid of the goblin menace, if that's what you've got written down. So that's cool.
Yeah. Someone did tell us it was someone called King Grohl, but I can't remember what character that was.
That would have been Droop. He's the only person that
was that Droop.
Yeah, he's the only person that would have known that information and told that to you. And then of course, when you met Reedorf, the druid, the crazy druid in Thundertree, and you said that him that you were looking for here, he did warn you as well. It's filled with goblins. It's really dangerous. But if you're going to go there, again, if you can get rid of them, they're a scourge. So, yeah, all of your kind of quest strings at the moment are pointing towards clearing out this castle. But
excellent.
Do with that information what you will. Everybody, roll initiative.
Wow.
1 + 6.
And now he rolls
7.
Shit. 6 a Rooney for me.
I'm just going to move Burr a bit, so I still had you next to these dead people.
7, by the way.
Man, I rolled a 1 and I get 6 for my.
Oh, really? Wow.
I get 6 for my initiative. So
I can't believe I got the highest and I got 9. That's mad.
Oh, you should all be on the initiative tracker. Please do feel free to fill in your numbers. Yeah. All right, so you've all rolled initiative. You all are pretty badly. Millicent 9, Pock 8, Burr 7, Scape 7. Droopy Boy rolled a 16. Okay, so let me just go back to the description of this room. So we've got that here.
Just going to be a bit cheeky and float the idea of a surprise round?
No, because if you remember, you were sniffing at the door, and then the wolf on the other side started sniffing at the door, and then you heard the voice in there say something like, "What's the matter, Snarl?" and something like that. And then the door burst open. So I think they were expecting it. So the chamber has been set up as a crude living space with thick furs thrown on the floor to serve as carpets. Old trophies hang on the walls. A large bed to the north, and then a brazier of coals burning brightly. A round table with several chairs stand in the south near the door, and near the table, on the floor, is an unconscious dwarf who looks badly beaten. So there you go. That's the room, basically. You've burst open the door, and as I said, there's a silver-haired female dark elf who stands up from a table. Massive bugbear wearing chainmail, big morning star. He's got a shield next to it, leaning against as well, and he picks them up as he too stands up. The wolf is growling at you. She was shunted backwards as you burst open the door. The dark elf says, "Grohl, what is the meaning of this, King Grohl?" It doesn't even acknowledge it, really, and says, "Snarl, attack," as he jumps over the table. So he'll jump over the table. There's a bear there, I suppose. He's just going to whack at that bear.
Yeah.
What's the bear's AC then, Shawnee boy?
The bear's AC is a big, fluffy 11.
He's going to hit you.
Of course it is.
How many hit points do you have?
I took some damage, so I've got 15 left.
Nice. You're going to take 12 points of damage as he kind of shunts you back with this Morning Star.
Wowza.
Then going to swing at you again. That's going to be a 14.
Okay. Right. So I've got 3 left. Terrible maths going on at the minute.
That's right. So hit you with the
3
second
left
attack.
there.
Okay. Hit you with the second attack to another 10 damage.
Okay.
So you're going to take. So you drop to 0, turn back into Pock, take another 7 points of damage as Pock.
Okay. Good start for Pock.
It's
Droop's turn.
go, Droop.
Droop can't do anything because the doorway's blocked.
Hey.
So he's like, ooh, and he's standing there. I think you gave him a sword before, and he's like, and he's just kind of hopping around. But he can't get in and do anything. Yeah, so he kind of pretty much just stands there. You haven't given. He hasn't. Did you guys give him a bow or anything before?
No.
He's got a scimitar.
Gave him a scimitar, so he can't do anything. I'm afraid. The drow stands up, shouting at Grohl for deceiving. Like I said before, what is the meaning of this? How dare you deceive us? And stuff like that, and kind of disappears over here somewhere. The wolf can't get in either, so the wolf is kind of like pacing backwards and forwards like this, but can't get to the door. So it's just snapping and barking and growling. Millicent, you're up.
Yeah. So at the moment, I can just see this bugbear in the doorway, right?
And a bleeding gnome.
A battered gnome.
I
can't move, can I, until it's my turn?
Until it's your turn.
Okay.
How much damage did he just take? Do I know how bad it was him?
Well, I mean, you know that he was transformed back, hit hard enough that he's had to drop out of his bear form.
This gnome always bleeding.
Right. I'm gonna cast a spell that I've not cast before, guys. It's gonna happen. So from where my token is right now, I can see this guy, obviously over the gnome's shoulder, sort of thing, and I can see the corner of this guy as well.
That's the wolf.
Okay, so if I want to cast a spell that is a 10-foot radius, I'd cast it slightly behind them, I assume, so that it'd go off in the room.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Shatter. Sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of my choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere must make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, they might have quite a lot of Constitution.
Maybe.
And it would be against a DC of
probably 13.
Yeah, 13. Sorry.
So let's do the king, and then the wolf. Whereabouts would you have centered it on?
It would be there.
Let's say the other people are too far away. What happens? A Constitution saving throw, and what's the rest of that say?
Creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save.
On a successful.
Successful.
Okay, roll your damage.
Come on, d8s, be fucking good. 17.
Nice. So what was the spell? Sorry.
Shatter.
Shatter. Does it say? Does it do anything else? Shatter.
Creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful. Creature made of inorganic material, such as stone, crystal, or metal, has disadvantage on the saving throw. No, it doesn't say anything else. It's basically a loud ringing noise that's painfully intense.
Right, I wasn't sure if it just broke anything or destroyed anything.
No.
Okay.
Not on the card.
I was distracted by the Twitch chat when you started reading, so I wasn't sure what spell it was either. I thought if it was Thunder Wave, that pushes them away and stuff as well, doesn't it? So, okay, so 17 for full, half for a save. So we'll half 17 and you round down, so it'll be 8 points of damage. It's not bad still. Even 8 points of damage is a decent fucking amount, especially when you've dealt that to two people, because, unfortunately, they did both save. Boom. Everything that Lisa just described from that card just happened. Millicent, do you have anything else for us?
I'm going to bonus action Inspire Burr.
Inspire Burr.
Oh, no, wait. Pock after me.
Yeah.
I'll bonus action Inspire Pock. Sorry, Burr. Because he's,
No, that makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so now it is your turn, Pock.
Right. I should probably move, shouldn't I? Because I can't. Right, I'm going to...
You can go backwards. You can go through an ally's space, I'm wondering whether or not you can burst into the room or not. So let's.
Can I get through him?
There are rules about that, and I'm just wondering.
Well, I'm gonna chuck an entangle in. I think a concentration spell before I transform into anything else.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is you can push and barge. I just don't have the rule for it in front of me. I think it's but
would it be a bonus action?
I think it's just got part of your move. Well, I would allow it as part of your move.
Let me get out of the way.
Just don't really want to slow the game down too much. I don't think it's in the player's handbook. I think it's in. Let me Google. That's often the quickest way.
An action to shove.
Yeah, I think it might be an action to shove. You can move through a non-hostile creature space. You can move through a hostile creature space only if the creature is at least 2 sizes larger or smaller than you. So you're a gnome, so you do count as a small, but he's only a medium, so that's not going to count.
Can't go through his legs.
Hey, nutmeg.
Yeah, there definitely are rules for it in the optional rules in Dungeon Master's Guide, but I don't have that to hand, and even if I did, it would take me ages to find it. So it's up to you. Tell me what you want to do, and then I'll work out a way around it. If you want to get into the room, then we can do that.
I'd like to dive through his legs.
Okay.
And then I want to cast a concentration spell and then turn into some sort of animal. Undecided yet.
So what we'll do, because I can't be able to look up the rules, so I'm just going to make a house rule on the spot, but then we'll look into this later. Maybe someone in the Twitch chat can find the answer for me, or if not, we can car park it and I'll come to it later. So there is, what we'll do is he will get an attack of opportunity, but to see whether you can dive through his legs, you're going to need to make some kind of roll for it as well. So we'll do a dexterity check. You can, if you're proficient in acrobatics, so basically an acrobatics check.
I'm flexible.
What does inspiration give you again?
Inspiration gives you advantage, so you can use it to roll twice and take the higher result.
Oh, right.
+2, I'll go for 12.
Well, I rolled an 8.
Yeah, boy.
So you do successfully manage to dive through his legs. However, he will still get so that was to see whether you could do it or whether you just he manages to block you or not.
Okay.
But I'm still going to allow him one attack. So you move yourself.
Does that happen instantaneously?
Well, move yourself into the room. It depends where you want to go, because you only get an attack opportunity if you leave his reach.
So for the spell I want to cast, just thinking ahead, 20-foot cube within range.
A 20-foot cube.
Yeah, can I get them all in?
Yeah, you can. So basically, it's 20 foot on a side. So the room is bigger than that. So basically,
okay. I want to be outside of that radius as well.
So you cast that into the room, and then you dive through his legs. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, because otherwise you're going to be in it as well if you dive into the room and cast it. So cast the spell first. So that's a saving throw to see if they get entangled.
No, this is fairy fire.
Okay.
So this.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So that's fine. So you cast that dexterity saving throw. What's your spell save DC?
13.
13. Right. So the King Grohl does not glow. The wolf does glow. The drow starts glowing. So does the unconscious dwarf. So King Grohl does not. Unfortunately, probably the one that you probably really wanted to get glowing doesn't. Yeah. But the other ones do. So you do that, then you dive through his legs. So the question is, where do you want to be? So you've dived through his legs and you're just on the other side of him, or did you want to kind of dive diagonally? All I'm thinking is that's a nice big.
I don't want to leave the space.
I'm thinking that's quite a nice big space where you could turn into something bigger.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah, of course. I forget about that. Yeah, I'd like to pop off into a dire wolf, I think.
Dire wolf.
All right, dire wolf it is. Worst case, I've got Misty Step to just fucking leave.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Okay, so all of that happens. So you haven't left his area, so he doesn't get the opportunity attack. You manage to dive through his legs, and you, there you go. You're in the room as a big fucking wolf. So you've used everything that you could possibly use. You used the bonus action. You've used an action. I even gave you a free action as well. So that's you done.
Lovely.
Burr, you're up.
Yep. Right.
Hashtag is it flanked?
Is it flanked? Roll to attack 13 or a 13. So plus 5. So
total
18.
18. That hits, sir.
Good. And it's 1d8. 1 plus 3, 4.
4 points. And do you want to add your sneak attack damage onto that as well?
Sneak attack. Yeah, that's
another 2d6.
2d6. Do I have to roll to hit?
No, the sneak attack, you've already done that.
Yeah.
It's part of the same action.
5 and 2, 7.
Another 7 points. Nothing to laugh at. Then you've got, as a swashbuckler, you've got that bonus attack, so you can make a second attack with your short sword as well if you want to.
Or I can move away.
You can do that anyway.
I can do that anyway, can't I? Yeah. Okay, so
fancy
short sword. Oh yeah, it's two-handed fighting, isn't it? Plus 5, 1d6 plus 3.
So you roll to hit on your second attack.
To hit, yeah. Sorry.
With advantage.
Definitely didn't hit. That was a 2. And a 15. Yeah.
So
that's a hit.
15 plus your 5, I think. So that hits.
5.
You roll for damage. Now, with the second attack was with 2 weapon fighting, you don't add on any modifiers. So you just roll the d6.
Okay, so just a d6. He's a 3.
Nice. That's a decent attack. And then you've got, as a swashbuckler, you've got fancy footwork, whatever it is, so you can disengage.
So I can move away. Yeah, and I will.
Run away.
Behind scapes.
I'm going to get in front of the door.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. How much damage was that in total?
Yeah, a decent amount. I wasn't keeping to it. Was it 3 plus 7? No, 4 plus 7 plus something. A decent amount.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Scapes, you're up next, mate.
Bring
the justice.
Unfortunately, I'll just be able to move in front of this guy and try and whack him with advantage. Oh no, actually, I want to do my bonus action first. Sorry, can I cast what's it called?
Hunter's Mark, is it?
He's got a spell. It's called Fuck Off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Spell called Tax Deductible.
Yeah. So, what was that called? Hunter's Mark. Yeah. All right.
So it means you do like extra damage or something, doesn't it? If you hit.
Yeah, basically, if I hit, I get to add a +6 to it, and once this guy dies, I can move it over. It lasts an hour, so and then I'm going to try and hit him.
Do it.
There's one, which was 11.
That's a miss, but you had advantage. That hasn't come. A 13 is a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, bud.
Shit.
Unfortunately, you missed both of those attacks. You stood in front of that doorway. You're going to stay there, or what are you going to do?
Can I move?
You can move, but if you leave his... Well, to be fair, if you leave their reach, they get an opportunity attack against you.
Yeah, because I don't want to be in the way for other people to have a go. So, yeah, let me move back down here.
Right, so the argument is whether or not you're still in attack range. Technically, you are because you're within a 5-foot square, but you've tucked back behind the door. I'm going to let him take an attack against you with disadvantage because you're diving behind a wall.
Oh, fair enough.
That's cool.
You rolled quite well, mind you. 14 on the dice, plus 5, 19.
Mine is 19.
Meets it beats.
Fair enough.
No. Fuck.
My mental arithmetic's not great tonight. Do apologise, guys. How many hit points have you got?
22.
Okay. There's 12 points damage.
12. Ow.
Remember, we've got elf potions.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, sweet.
Next up, back to the top of the round. So it's King Grohl. I think he's a little bit like, shit, I don't want to go out there. There's a lot of people out there. He can see you all. There's a big old fucking wolf behind him. He is going to let out a roar of anger, and it's something in Goblinoid, which Pock might understand because he speaks Goblinoid, but nobody else does. And it's something along the lines of, I'll skin you and add your fur to my drapes and eat your heart and let my dog shag your corpse and stuff like that. He's then going to jump up onto the table, and I'm going to make a house rule because you're fucking huge. You're massive. He jumps up on the table. No, just so that he's got like height. You know, it's like in real life. In real life combat, you want a height advantage, don't you? You know, it's don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground. You know.
I thought you was going to get him on my back. I was like, easy.
And maybe ride you like Seabiscuit. Okay, he's going to attack you. I think that's going to hit you, mate. What's your AC?
Oh, I've got up to a 14.
Well, unfortunately, you rolled a 16, so it is going to hit you.
Ooh, okay.
For 6 points of damage. Second attack, an 11. Right.
He's mine.
Is yours. Droop. So I'm going to see whether or not he is brave enough to run into the room and help. And I rolled a 6. -1 is 5. So he's well, maybe the opposite. I don't know how really, but no, I was rolling for high numbers. He's shitting himself. Like you're probably not paying much attention because you're in the middle of combat. But like, if you were to look at him, you could tell he's kind of looking at the door, and he's like, he's just frozen. He's looking for the moment, waiting for an opportune moment to decide whether or not this is worth his life or not.
We've still got his shoes.
Pock, height of battle. Just roll me a quick perception check.
I'm changing dice. Shit. Oh wait, I've got advantage on perception
based on smell. It's more to do with your sight. So no.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that trait is you get advantage on perception checks using your smell.
Yes, it is smell and hearing.
Yeah.
Smell and hearing.
Yeah. So
8 total. That dice is going in a bit.
Go on. Roll with advantage. Go on.
He really wants me to see something.
Not really. Just give you a fair go of it.
21.
Nice. So I mean, you're a little bit flanked. This bugbear's just jumped up and then smacked you, and then there's a wolf snapping at your legs as well behind you there. You do notice this drow is rummaging, searching the body, looking under like rags and stuff. Okay, the wolf is going to 50-50. Is it going to attack the bear, the big wolf, or run outside and attack somebody else? High or low for Sean? High or low, mate?
Low.
Goes for you. Okay. But misses.
Excellent. Lovely.
Snapping at you, but you're moving around and your tail's wagging, and you're just like trying to avoid as you and the bugbear King Grohl are going backwards and forwards fighting. You're snapping at him, and he's swinging at you, and you're just he can't bite your ankles. Millicent, you're up.
Yes. Okay. So as long as I don't use 2-weapon fighting, means that as a bonus action I can use a found weapon, right?
Anybody can 2-weapon fight. Yeah. Yes.
So I just wanted to be absolutely sure that I was doing it right. So I'm going to run in.
As long as you're using a light weapon in one hand, you can use a bonus action to make a second attack with your offhand, providing that is also a light weapon. So you couldn't do it with a long sword. You can't do it with a long sword, but you can do it with a short sword and a dagger, or 2 short swords, or 2 rapiers, or that kind of combination.
I don't think I have 2 short swords, but I've got the short sword and the dagger. So I just wanted to get that straight in my head as well. So I'm going to attack this dude,
the wolf.
I'm going to attack the wolf. Is it advantage? Is it still fairy fired?
Yeah, this one is fairy fired. Yes,
that will be an 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
Without that's on the dice. Without any pluses.
Yeah.
8 points of damage.
Oh, nice.
6 on the dice, and then I'll do a second attack, and it's still at advantage. With me dagger. 19 on the dice.
That will hit.
And a natural 1 on the other one, which is always fun to avoid. And then a cheeky little D4.
Yeah.
My dagger.
So the second attack, you don't add on your strength modifier or dex modifier, so it's just the dice roll.
Just the dice roll. There's a 4.
Nice.
Yeah, done all right there.
Take it.
Yeah, so
special dice.
The wolf is not really paying, as I just explained, he's trying to snap at the heels of Pock in a giant sort of dire wolf form, snapping around his heels, can't get in there. You run into the door. First thing you see, you turn around, you swing down with your short sword and you slash it in the side. It turns around and starts biting instinctively at you. And as he does so, you bring your dagger around, stab it in the side of the head, and there's a short, quick yelp, high-pitched, as dogs do when you stand on their legs, and it just slides off your dagger dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, that's healthy. Okay. As it's dead, can I move past it?
You can.
So what have I done? 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just going to move over to the other side of the room to get a bit of distance.
That's fine. Now, if you'd noticed, as you were stood there, you're within 5 foot of King Grohl. So as you run into the room, kill his wolf, and then jump over its dead body, he swings down at you with his Morningstar.
Ow.
And hits.
Oh, I needed you 5 foot away from him.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
I couldn't say.
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever seen what's in this room, because even when I'm standing outside, it's darkness. I didn't know. Sorry.
That's all right. So the whole roll, I was like, please stay there after. Please stay there after.
You're going to take 8 points of damage as he swings down, and you just dive out the way of his Morningstar, and it doesn't quite crush your skull. And then you're in that far corner, standing on a bed or something.
In bed. Well, yeah, just
according to the map, there's a bed there. There's another door there as well. It's something that hadn't been described. So there's another door there in a little room. But I'm sure you'll explore that later. Anything else for you, Millicent?
That's it.
Puck, you're up.
I have to take this guy out with no advantage because he's not flanked.
I wouldn't have been flanking him anyway, if that's what you think. Would I?
No, but my animal pack tactics come into that. Right, it's all right. Right, I'm going for a bite against the bastard.
Do it.
+5 to hit, so 16.
It's a miss.
Oh, fuck.
He's got a chainmail.
Wait, dude, I inspired you. You've got another D6.
You do have another D6.
Yeah.
Add it on. Just don't roll a 1.
2.
So what's that total?
Oh, God knows.
18.
What did I say?
16 plus 2 is 18.
16 plus 2 is 18. That hits. Roll for damage.
Right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 total?
9 total.
Yeah, so he's got this big wooden shield with hide, kind of like leather and stuff stapled or nailed onto it, and it's big Morningstar, and you're snapping away at him with his wolf, and he's batting you off and stuff, but you're getting some good hits in there, and you can see it's definitely taking effect. You're tiring him out a bit, but he's still standing.
On top of that, is he a creature?
Yes, he is. What's the text?
If the target is a creature, it must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
A DC
13 strength.
That's probably its best stat. Let's have a look. If it meets, it beats. 13. Sorry, roll a 13. You're snapping at his because he's up on the table as well. You're snapping at his legs and stuff, but he just managed to kind of move away and bat you away with his shield. But it's jarred his arm, so you can see that it is definitely having some kind of physical effect on him. You are wearing away at his stamina. Would you like to do anything else?
I think I'll stay put. If movement is my only option, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Movement,
concentration spell again.
Yeah, you got that. So the wolf's dead. The drow is still glowing, but Grohl was not affected. Okay, Burr, you are up.
Well, I'm going to go in there and then try and attack him somehow. But can I just move in there?
Yep. You can't see what's going on in that room, can you? Yeah, just move your token up and you'll see.
Okay.
So that's the door.
So that's all right. I can attack it.
And you're gonna.
I can attack from there, can't I?
You can attack from there, but because you can move away again. So you can do that if that's your plan.
If I move next to him, do I roll with an advantage, or do I roll with an advantage like that?
I think I've said it.
Or is it because I've just moved in?
No. So what I've said before with flanking is you need to be behind him,
either side.
Yeah, either side. If there was like 3 of you on him, then I would allow it because then he's spreading off 3. But if you're at a moment, you're both in front of him, so he can see both of you. But if you, in order to get that advantage, you need to be directly behind him, and you can't really get behind him.
I can't because there's a sleeping dwarf.
Yeah, I mean technically you could stand on top of the dwarf if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I'll be alright. I'll stay there and I'll just roll as normal because I can move anyway. Right. Roll to hit. 13 plus
5.
It's mid rapier, plus 5. 18.
18, that's a hit.
That's a hit. Plus 3. 7 plus 3.
10.
Nice. 10 points of damage. Are you chucking your sneak attack into that?
Yeah.
2d6.
First one is a 2. second one is a 5. 7. So that's 17 points of damage so far.
Nice.
So another 7.
Yeah.
Okay. And then are you going to use a bonus action to attack?
Yeah, I'll use my short sword, which is 1d6. And that's a 3.
To hit.
Yeah.
So 3.
Oh, to hit. Sorry. To hit. Sorry. 14. Yeah.
14
Plus
total,
5.
plus 5, 19.
Plus
That's
5,
a hit
19.
for another 3 points of damage.
For another 3 points damage, yeah.
Cool.
Nice round.
Crack in.
Yeah,
Good
good
stuff.
And then you're going to
And then I'll shuffle away behind Puck.
Sorry.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to move up to Millicent because then Puck's got some movement there.
That's fine.
Thanks.
Next up is Scapes.
I can see whispering.
Okay, can I move into the room so I can have a look?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Right.
not going to like it.
Come on.
Our goblin can move through me, can't he? So
I don't think he's coming anywhere near it.
I suppose I'd like to move there.
Yeah.
See, my lay on hands is an action, right? Does that mean I won't be able to attack?
Yes. It's one or the other.
Oh, I'm going to swing it and fuck him. Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah. 24.
That will hit. Roll for
Right.
damage.
Okay,
Is that
right.
enough?
12 damage. It's already got it on my thing.
12. Shit.
Yeah. But plus I get to put a D6 on top of it because of the hunter's mark.
Yeah.
That's all do.
Oh dear.
Which was a 6. So it's 18 altogether.
Okay. So this encounter in the book is built as just a normal standard bugbear. They have slightly more hit points than normal. I think a normal bugbear has around 20-something hit points, and they've basically doubled it up to 45. And I thought to myself, this is meant to be a fucking boss, the king. You've killed loads of bugbears now. You're level 3. I'm going to look in the monster manual, and I'm going to change it so that instead of just a normal bugbear with extra hit points, it's a bugbear chief. A bugbear chief has a challenge rating of 3. 65 hit points. That's 2 attacks instead of the 1. And I thought, so this would be interesting.
That makes sense. I'd make that decision.
Yeah. Explain to me how you killed him, Scapes.
Yeah.
I just went round. I went like that and kind of waved my sword around where his dick was, and then he just looked down at it, and I just swiped it up and cut it.
The old switcheroo.
Yeah, that's it.
What's that called? What's that film? Lucky Number 11.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City Shuffle, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's got Ryan Reynolds in it, isn't it?
No.
No, I wouldn't have watched it.
Lucky Number
Bruce
7.
Willis and...
Yeah.
That's it. Is it Josh Hart?
Josh
Hartnett.
Hartnett.
Is it Josh Hartnett?
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett,
Yeah, I have seen that film. That's the one when they're like con men
looks
assassins,
left.
aren't they?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And they-
Ben, is it Ben Kingsley and Morgan
Yes,
Freeman as
that's
well? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Right,
Yeah, that's a
Very good
fantastic.
film.
What happened to
Great
Josh
film,
Hartnett? He was a fantastic
I was
actor.
just about to say, he
Wasn't
was
he in Penny Dreadful or something?
He was. Yeah, he did Penny
Recently.
Dreadful. Actually, to be fair, a few years back.
Yeah.
That was.
I haven't seen that yet.
You know what? I watched the first season and I was like, okay, cool. It's got like is he a werewolf? I don't know. He might have been. I never found out. And then there's like a Frankenstein character and like possibly like a vampire, Dracula, and like some witches. And it's had all of the elements of the kind of show that I would fucking love. But my God, was it fucking boring. It's got-
As a bonus action, what can I move on top of him?
yeah, he's on top of a table. But yeah, you can climb up on.
How can I jump on the table?
Yeah,
Are you
make me
teabagging him?
roll me an acrobatics check.
So many times.
Well, okay, I stepped on the table very carefully. Then.
Oh, it's
Can I
still
just
like an acrobatics check.
intelligence? Oh, okay,
No.
go on then. Oh, I can't find it. Should we just say I rolled 18 or something like that?
Unfortunately, the game doesn't work like that.
He's trying to
I
get
mean, if we want to, that's the best thing about D&D.
And Scapes has got his plums out, dropping them on his head.
Trying to get on the table. Watch. Oh, 16.
Oh, that'll do. Yeah, it's fine. You jump up.
Get one
I
in
just
there.
thought if you rolled less than a 10, then I'd have you like slip on his blood and stuff and fall off.
It's a -1, mate, that is as well.
That's
so.
all right. Yeah, you've jumped on top of his dead body.
Yay.
Okay. Well, the King Grohl next doesn't do anything. Droop is hiding. It's now the Drow's turn. The Drow looks around the room. and fucking pelts it.
What? Where?
Can I throw something at him?
Opportunity of attack.
Hey.
And it's a she.
Yeah.
Or her, sorry. We can chuck sand.
I'm going to put her there, and she has left both Scapes and Pox space, so you can both make a quick opportunity attack.
Okay, so I just roll the
D20 to hit, just a roll to hit, as normal.
Okay.
With advantage.
Is it with advantage? Is it
because of your pact Essex? Yeah.
No, fairy fire.
Oh yeah,
Still
fairy
on.
fire. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so roll with advantage.
I got a 19
That will hit.
and a 5. I'll take 19.
I've got an 8,
Wait,
a
load.
16.
Okay, so you both hit.
Yay.
You're there already. Your damage is already up. So 9 points of damage from Scapes, and then do you want to roll your damage, Sean?
Yeah,
Park.
can I make this non-lethal?
Of course you
just
can.
in case.
Yeah.
That's a 4, 5, 6, 7 in total.
7 points of damage. Of non-lethal damage, that's fine.
Kind of, I don't know if this probably goes back to what we said earlier on, but the idea is more to grab and restrain
Yeah.
height than.
Yeah. I've done 9 points.
Luke's straining.
Yeah.
Did you get my 9 points on it, Luke?
I did do that first, yeah.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah, runs away. We can. I mean, it's up to you. What are you going to do?
I want information.
Yeah. I'll
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's Millicent's go, yeah.
It would be, yeah. I wouldn't mind following up if that's what your plan is.
So I'm here. I can't see where they've gone.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I've no idea. Okay, can I see Droopy?
You can. That way. He went that way.
Can I move as well, or have I got to move after?
You have to wait your
Millicent?
turn. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Which
I
way
won't-
is he pointing? Luke?
Well, the other way that's not behind him.
Oh, right. So,
I stopped her. I was like, and then she ran that way.
I start laughing at Droopy because that's a funny description. Okay, so I'm just going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30 would get me there. So I'm going to dash as an action.
Okay.
25 gets me there.
Ooh.
But I can't now do anything because I've dashed.
Yeah.
But I've at least caught up so I know where
Yeah.
I can see it running through the door.
I probably should have. Running through the door. I doubt very much she would have had the kind sight to close the door behind us. That's fine.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. That's all I can do.
Okay. Puck.
Right. So the wolf has got a 50-foot speed.
Fucking hell.
Amazing.
Wow.
Do it.
I'm going to follow up. In terms of movement, obviously I'm massive. I still use the 5-foot squares. Is that
Yeah.
right?
So you can when you're moving, you can squeeze through 5-foot squares, but in order to combat, to fight, you need to be able to control a 10-foot square. So
Okey-doke.
yeah, you can chase for the sake of
Can I-
moving you through the corridor.
Would this be my? Oh, okay, perfect,
Yeah.
lovely.
I like
So-
the thought process though. Am I so big that 5 feet has now become 10 feet? Am
Yeah,
Yeah.
I changing fabric
That-
of space?
that's 10, and I'm heading down. Is that right? Where's Droop pointing?
Yeah, that way.
That way. So downwards.
Yep. Yeah, and you'll see basically Millicent is chasing this drow, and you can see, and just like you have to imagine that everything's moving all fluidly. So yeah.
So can I get through and just pounce?
No, no. I would allow you to. 'Cause technically, you are adjacent. I mean, this is what I did with Scapes and King Grohl earlier on. Is that you can? I allow
I
you
have
to
more
make.
move.
Yeah,
I've
you
just
can't
stopped
move
there.
past her, because you can't move past their space. You need to be able to control a 10-foot square to make an attack.
Oh, of course. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, so you can squeeze into that gap and have a sniff, but you wouldn't be able to do anything because like when dogs you'll be squeezing down to get into it.
Yeah.
You can't really attack, but you could possibly, if you've got the space to move down there. From there, I would give you disadvantage on the attack roll. Though to be fair, she is still got fairy fire, so they cancel each other out. So it'll just be a normal roll.
Oh, let's go for it. See if I can just nip a leg just as she running through the door.
Go on, Puck.
So that's a 10 plus 15 in total.
To hit, that will hit. You know what? Earlier on, I just remembered, with your opportunity attack, I should have made a dex saving throw to see if you knocked her prone, and I forgot. So I do apologise. So roll for damage.
Oh, 6.
6 points of damage. 10 points of damage.
No, this is me counting. 10 on the dice plus 3, so 13 piercing damage.
Nice. And then
non-lethal.
Yeah, and then there's dex saving throw to see whether she's knocked prone.
That's 13 strength.
I rolled a 14, so she's not. You just nipped at her leg, and she's managed to tear it through as she runs through. I mean, this is going to take a while, so let's try and speed it up. You've seen everyone run.
I can only move 25. Can I dash?
Yeah, so you can. You say you could. Yeah, so basically you can. You use your action to dash, which means you move twice. Your cunning action, or whatever it's called, that you get as a rogue, allows you to take a dash again. So you can move up to 75.
Oh well, okay. And you're all in the way.
You're all in the way, but you're chasing.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Can I stand where Millicent is in an attack?
No, you can't. You can't end your turn. You need to be able to.
But then I can move away, can't I?
No, because you need to be able to control a 5 foot square to attack. So at the moment, she's controlling that square. So you can
and
pass.
I can't do it from the doorway at an angle.
You could do what I would said to Puck. So you could attack sideways, but because you're going through, it's a tight gap. You're trying to hit kind of through Millicent, and then through the door, you're trying to make a sneaky stab. So you'll be rolling with disadvantage.
Right.
Because she is covered in fairy fire, which would normally give you advantage. The two cancel each other out, so you just roll normal 1d20.
Yeah, okay. And I'm going to do a 10 plus 5, 15.
Hits.
Yeah, and I'm going to do non-lethal damage with my that. That is 8.
8 points of damage. You most definitely get your sneak attack on top of that.
Yeah, and that is again, what's it called?
Non-lethal. That's fine.
Non-lethal damage, and that is 2d6. That is a 2 and a 5, 7.
7.
8 plus 7, 7.
Okay, she's still standing.
And can I use my short sword as well?
You can.
I got a roll to hit though, and it's a natural 1.
Okay, roll me another attack roll and tell me what you get.
10.
10 total.
Yeah.
Millicent, beat your 10 for me.
Well, 10 plus my rapier or.
Well, it's your
my short sword.
Short sword, yeah.
It's plus 5, so 15.
15. Millicent, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
21.
That's fine. That's fine. So yeah.
Would you?
Well, I mean, he's trying to get through this tiny little gap right next to Millicent. I was wondering whether or not he might have accidentally nicked Millicent instead. Is that why you missed? Did Millicent accidentally get in the way?
Fair, absolutely fair.
There are rules, optional rules in the DMG about like cover. So when someone's behind a wall and stuff, and they get a plus to their bonus. So an optional rule is if you miss, but the roll was, so if like an ally is in front, if basically if the roll was good enough to hit the AC of whatever the cover is, it hits that instead. So I was like, little kind of bit of fun and base around that. But don't worry, with 21 at dexterity save, you're fine. Okay, escapes. You're still left in that room. There's an unconscious dwarf next to you and a dead. You're standing on top of a dead bugbear chief, and there's also a dead wolf, and there's a fire burning. What are you going to do?
I'm not really sure. I'm wondering if I should try and work out what I should lift this dwarf up or try and wake him up. But I also wondering if this king has anything. But we're also in the middle of a flight, so who knows? Should I just chase after him? We can come back.
You could do.
Just tell
That's a good point, though, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't want to babysit this stupid dwarf.
Droopy. Get Droopy to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Can I move 10 foot to there to get started?
Yeah.
Right, and then go, Droop, get in there and look after the dwarf.
Yes. Yeah. It's like,
now.
roll me intimidation.
Oh, okay. Intimidation. 15.
Lovely. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah,
that'll do it. He's like, okay, yes, sir. Is everything dead in there? He went that way.
Yeah, everything that needs to be dead is dead.
Okay.
Can I move my further 20 then?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, one up to there. Oh.
You can't get in there.
Jam.
Yeah, basically, that's as good as you've got.
And I can't move anymore.
If that's your full movement, then no. Yeah, you can take the dash action, but you've got nowhere to go to. Unless you want to dash back and see whether you can get around to the other side of the room.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I thought maybe I'd go around the other way, but I didn't want to get left behind. So how much more can I move then?
If you take the dash action, you can do your whole movement again. So that's another 30 feet.
Okay.
You go back the other way.
15, 12. Can I go then to there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cracking shot.
Yeah, from there.
Spot on.
I'm just going to double check that because I think you can do more than that. You can go diagonal, so you can get to there.
Okay.
An extra 5 foot square for you.
Oh, that'd be it. Yeah.
Just hold a fist behind the curtain and wait for it to run.
If I can get that close, I will.
Right, one of those metal trays.
Can I hold my sword at the curtain, Luke?
Pardon?
Frying pan.
Can I hold my sword at the curtain because it is 5 foot away from me?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what good that does, but yeah. All
If she
right.
runs through, she's going to end up on my sword.
I just want to literally just hold it there in case she runs through and runs into it. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
that's
just flavour and the sucker chicken.
that's fine. Yeah.
Thanks, Pop. The inner Puck told me.
Doppelganger is going to attack Millicent because fuck it.
Was that a slip of the tongue?
Slip of the tongue,
With,
What's that?
GM?
Was that a
Was that
slip of the tongue?
Slip of the tongue? What do you mean? Well, like she can't get anywhere, can she? Oh, I said the wrong fucking word, didn't I? Shh. It was a slip of the tongue. I didn't even notice either. The drow
The drow.
rolls a 17.
Are they bleeding blue by any chance at the moment?
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be able to tell because the skin's black anyway.
Okay.
She rolled a 17 to hit me,
Yeah, 17 plus 6.
Oh, she stopped.
so that hits.
So that's going to
She's up
hit.
for it.
You're going to take 6 points of damage. She's then going to make a second attack. Even shit in the first one. 11 in the second one?
Miss.
Miss. Okay. So the first one did how much I said it did. And then it's going to move. So you'll take an attack of opportunity. You get attack of opportunity with advantage, Millicent.
Can that attack be a grapple?
It needs to be a melee attack. Let's have a look, see what it says about grapple. If a grapple is a type of melee attack, then yes. Let's see what it says.
Actions in combat: attack, cast a spell, dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, improvise.
I
don't know if it counts as melee, but
it doesn't. I'm going to say no because I'm fair to say it doesn't count as an attack.
no worries, that's fine. 13.
13 is a miss, I'm afraid. With advantage.
Yeah.
What poor
With
roll.
advantage, 6
Okay.
and 9.
Yeah, it's run. It's running. She ran away some more.
She's running away some more.
She's running away some more. Who's up next on the initiative tracker?
Me.
Oh, you. How are you taking chase?
Yes, I'm going to get this bitch.
Come on, quick, because it's break time.
I'm gagging for another beer.
Okay, that's as far as I can go with a single
Okay, so
thing.
from
I
there,
can see her.
you can make an attack, but she's just around the corner, so I'll give her cover.
Oh, man, I want to grapple her. I don't want to...
You can make a grapple. I'll give you because you don't have to be like on this space, you have to be within 5 feet of
Although
them.
I do have shit. I have terrible strength.
It's an
It's
opposed
a strength check, isn't it?
A strength, and it's an opposed check as well. So it's your strength roll against. So it's acrobatic, athletics, strength athletics against her roll, basically.
Are you done for those?
Do I try and hit her and knock her out, or do I try and... Oh, wait, I've still got advantage, haven't I?
You do.
Fuck it, I'm going to hit her. 17 plus 4. 21.
No, we'll hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, dear, lovely.
4 points of damage. Dagger. That's a natural 20 on the second hit.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So that is 7 points of damage.
So you do an automatic 4 plus 3 for 7 points of damage, and How do you do this? How do you finish this?
Oh, okay. So I actually just want to like knock her out. So I'm going to give her a little bit of a dig in the ribs because she hurt me last round. But then I'm going to spin my dagger around and just knock her on the temple and try and knock her out cold.
Doink.
Okay, you do that. You kind of whack her with the sword, and then you whack her with the base or the hilt pommel of the dagger on the back of the head. She falls down just as she was opening that door and slumps down on the floor. All of a sudden, there's lots of voices. You don't know what's going on. It's like, that'll do for part one.
Oh, man.
Woo!
That's good.
Yeah, very good.
Back in.
Cool. Right. So thank you very much, everybody. As part one, we're going to have a short break and we'll be back in a bit. While you're waiting for us, we're going to be 5 to 10 minutes to have a wee and a fag and top our drinks up and stuff. Please stay with us. We've got loads, strong viewership tonight. I think we've got a solid 16 in there. A couple of people. So a new person, LARPstrong_Carter. They've been talking about kind of rules, decisions and stuff that I've made today. I've been looking in there periodically. About like when you dove through the King Grohl's legs and things like that. They, basically talking about like DM rules trump, so when you can't think of a rule, what the DM says goes, even if it's technically wrong. And things like that. So that's cool. So thank you very much. Dragon and Dynamum still with us. They're all talking, Lekimek on. So great. There's 16 viewers they've just dropped down to 13 as I'm talking. If you're watching, get involved in the chat. They're a lovely bunch of people. I try my best to engage with you as well as we're going as well. So while you're waiting for us to come back, like I said, you've got 5-10 minutes. Please do, if you're not already, give us a follow on Twitter at Show DnD. Give us a follow on Facebook, the other one at Show DnD.
Eventually, I'll do an Instagram.
Go onto iTunes and drop us a review or something like that. Share some love. Tell your friends that you're watching. Try and get some more people in here. We really appreciate it. Otherwise, stay exactly where you are, guys. Like I said, we'll be back very, very soon.
The D&D Show would like to thank Sorco Soundscapes on YouTube for the music used in this recording. Find him on Twitter at Sorco Sounds. Thank you to Lewis Gale for writing our theme tune. Find him on Twitter at LewisSW Gale. And thank you to our very own James Bly for creating the new incredible orchestral arrangement. Lastly, from all of us here at the D&D Show, thank you for downloading our podcast. You are amazing. We'll see you next time. The D&D Show is unofficial fan content permitted under the fan content policy and is not approved or endorsed by Wizards. Portions of the materials used are property of Wizards of the Coast, LLC.